he just put the NHL on notice as Gavin Brindley gets his first NHL goal and his first point against the Dallas Stars in a night filled with quite a lot of positives, but also a few negatives. Overall, the first 3 games of the Colorado Avalanche have been filled with mostly positives. There are a few problems I do want to talk about and some overarching concerns that I have. Welcome in, Avalanche Nation. This is Avalanche Digest, chatting you with all things Avalanche, so you are in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the conversation. Overall, it sucks to lose against the Dallas Stars, especially in the shootout, but I really liked how the Avalanche played. They put up almost 40 shots. They had a great showing in general, and remember, the Avalanche did not lose a hockey game against the Dallas Stars. They lost a shootout against the Dallas Stars, and that's something that honestly isn't in the playoffs. So that's the positive you can take for it. It does suck to continually lose against the Stars where you dominate every aspect of the game, and they still just get lucky. Although, funny enough, they can't get lucky against Stuart Skinner in the conference finals, so at least take that with you. Overall, Gavin Brindley, like you can see, gets his first NHL goal, and it was such a fun moment for the kid. I mean, you can see here, Victor Olofsson stays with the play. Beautiful pass to Gavin Brindley, and his smile says it all. Great moment for the kid, and overall, I think he's a special player who's going to have a very good career in the NHL. I'm really hyped about the kid. I'll show you why here. In the college scene, he was a very hyped prospect. Obviously, is a middle 6 projected guy, which is exactly what the Avalanche needs, someone you can use when you have injuries. And you can see he had 52 points in 40 games with the University of Michigan, playing college hockey in the NCAA. And the problem you had and why he got ultimately traded was he only had 17 points in the AHL. But for him to then come off that year where he was injured, didn't get the best playing time, and then come into the Avalanche camp, into the preseason, to rookie camp, training camp, and then the actual regular season and still put up this performance is nothing short of just a testament to this kid's drive and his motor. You love Gavin Brindley. I'm so glad he's with the Avalanche organization. What a great moment for that kid. And just getting into more positives. I mean, overall, I do want to show you the score sheet for these first 3 games, and you can see that first line is buzzing. Martin Necas and MacKinnon look fantastic together. They complement each other so well. They fly around the ice. They gain the zone either separately or together. They just feed off of each other so well. They're skating. They can find each other through seams. You saw that several times in the last Dallas series. They have been a fantastic line, and this game was their best. Honestly, for the entire Avalanche lineup, I thought that this game was their A game against the Dallas Stars. Unfortunately, you do come up short, and really, Scott Wedgwood, I know we've been praising for these first 2 games. Really, this was his worst game. He just doesn't really come up with that big save that you needed, especially seeing Jake Ottinger play out of his mind. It's a reminder that Wedgwood is the backup goalie. It's not a discredit to him. It's who he's been his entire career. And going forward, you're going to have Mackenzie Blackwood locking it down in net, so I'm really not worried about the goals that got past him here. Unfortunately for Wedgwood, he let 6 goals past him if you include the shootout. So that's just really not good enough. You're never going to win when that happens to you. But overall, looking at it, you got Cale Makar with 3 assists. You really love how that third line is looking. Victor Olofsson, the absolute hidden playmaker. Love to see him come in. I'm liking his game more and more. And with the conversation being, is Gavin Brindley going to take a guy like Olofsson's spot on that third line? Olofsson just kind of roared back and has had an incredibly impressive performance. Jack Drury is looking fantastic, and so is Ross Colton through these first 3 games. The only problem I really have with this lineup is that second line, and you'll notice I'm showing you the score sheet here. Can't find the second line anywhere on it. I'll show you the actual season stats. Where is this second line? It's nowhere to be found. They have great possession numbers. They're getting good chances. They just can't put it in the back of the net. And that's not good enough. Really, they're my biggest concern heading into it. I want to see them get going. It would have been nice to have it. But frankly, we have a 10:30 game tomorrow against the Buffalo Sabres. I think coming off of the loss, the Avalanche are going to be extra energized, and they're going to blow out this Buffalo Sabres team that has been struggling to start the year. I think the misery is going to continue for Buffalo, but I really want to see that second line get going because Brock Nelson, that was probably the worst game I've ever seen him play in an Avalanche uniform. That he was just honestly a detriment more times than he was an actual help on the ice. You haven't seen a single point from Nichushkin or Landeskog, even though they've been getting good chances. You want to see more. You need to see more from those guys. Just having good possession numbers and being analytically good doesn't mean anything when you actually just don't put up points. So that's the line you need to see the most. I was concerned about this third line up until they just started playing great. So I do expect that second line to come through. It's got so much talent on it. I just can't wait to see it get going. And when they do, this Avalanche lineup is going to be a wagon all year. And they kind of already are. I mean, another thing I want to credit is this power play. It was a conversation we were having through these first 3 games where the power play just was not producing at all. And you were really hating their overall production. I mean, AJ Heffley wrote this in one of his articles. He took a look at the first 2 games and how the power play did, and then he compared it to last night against the Dallas Stars. If you notice that for the first 2 games, they're pretty abysmal. Only 9 shots on goal. They had only 8 scoring chances. They did have 2 goals, which is funny considering they've gotten a goal every time, and we're talking about the power play not being good enough, but they're overall just kind of squandering their chances. Versus last night, they were fantastic, and the only thing that, once again, really made the difference was Jake Ottinger playing out of his mind. They had 11 shots on goal in that one game, more than they had with the other 2 previous combined. The 8 scoring chances, multiple high danger chances, couple right there for you. And overall, they were looking great. And they finally do come through. Nathan MacKinnon scores the one-timer on a pass from Martin Necas. So that's great to see those 2 click in. Really, the problems I still have with this power play are that Brock Nelson and Artturi Lehkonen are on the power play. Lehkonen is in a spot he shouldn't be in. He excels on 5v5 because he sneaks in, is a kind of a vulture, comes in for opportune scoring chances, and that works great at 5v5. But on the penalty kill, everyone knows he's there, and they have a man on him at all times. And Lehkonen is not a guy that can reliably outmuscle somebody. You know who is? Val Nichushkin, Brock Nelson, or Gabe Landeskog, who would excel much better in that position, screening the goalie and helping you put shots on net. And Brock Nelson has not looked good on that right side. That's the biggest complaints I have with that. But overall, the power play with Necas, MacKinnon, and Makar, I mean, those 3 players are creating everything right now. And that's what you want to see. It's your top guys coming through. Really, with Martin Necas, this guy has been playing so fantastic. I want to just credit him 6 points in 3 games. Funny enough, that actually is an 82 goal, 82 assist projected season right now. He will not get that, but he's a guy that is easily right now pushing for 90 to 100 points. And that is something fantastic you wanted to see out of a Martin Necas player that should get anywhere from $10 to $11 million. He's definitely playing like it. So you love to see that. Overall, with that Martin Necas extension, Pierre LeBrun says that he's pretty confident in it. You can read this quote right here. Player is okay taking his time and letting the season start before having his agent dig in deeper. I think that extension will eventually get done. I think so too. And frankly, I would not be surprised if the Avalanche get that extension done in the next month. I would love it if that number starts with a 10 in any range, but if it starts with 11, I also understand. I think 11.5 is way too much. But I do think that now that the market, you see several guys signing, Jack Eichel, Kyle Connor, the market is starting to actually come to a close. Players are signing. The dam has broken. So I do expect this Necas contract to get in soon. And I'm excited for it. Really, this Avalanche lineup is playing incredibly well, even with that loss that was pretty heartbreaking. Overall, I think that there's a lot of positives you can look at. There are a few negatives, and the Avalanche will definitely work on it. Players know when they're not playing to expectations, but there are plenty of things to look forward to, especially that Buffalo game coming up. So we will see you for that game. We'll bring you the news and the coverage, but that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you in the next one.